I tell my story of growing up in this country, born to refugee parents, what's that like? And for other Asian Australians to relate to my story. I'm strong, but I'm weak. I've always been sort of the odd one out. I remember being called, all sorts of names, and sort of I had a few people there that little kids can be very nasty to each other, can't they? What I learned from that experience was when I started to do well at school, do well at sport, do well at music, excel at all those key things, key areas, I got respect. Integrating to the country was very difficult, I think. Obviously not knowing the language. I grew up in a very Vietnamese family. I didn't speak my first word of English till I was about 5 or 6. So I remember my teacher in, I think, prep, sort of wanting me to stay down the class because I couldn't speak English properly. When we got to a stage where I was about 9, 10, 11, myself and my brother would be doing all the translating for mum and dad on every level, on every front. So it was really difficult for them because the whole balance of, they wanted to be able to integrate better into the society and to be able to speak English, to be able to go out to the shops and just to make things easy for themselves. But time that it would take to do that, balancing that out with looking after the family. So they found it really, really hard. And only lately, in the last sort of couple of years, they've actually gone back to school and actually learnt English a lot better. I think it all started really young when Mum used to sing for me for 4 hours every night without fail. And if she didn't sing for 4 hours every night, I wouldn't sleep. If she walked out, I'd still be screaming. And I think that's where it's an innate, sort of an intuitive feel for music comes from, I think. So Dad started both myself and my brother with piano lessons and singing lessons and a bit of drama lessons and all sorts of stuff when we were about 10 or 11. I'm stuck in a traffic jam. I was really lucky enough to audition for this band called North, and it was 3 other boys and 3 Melbourne boys, and we got signed over in Asia. So we did I think a 2-month tour, and we released our first record over there and lots of stuff. And Mum and Dad, once again, he's very sceptical, So yeah, cool. You've done that, okay, sure. Well, you've had a bit of success. Show me the money. Literally, show me the money. And I'm like, yes, I've got nothing to show. So in that time, I started teaching music and teaching singing and all sorts of stuff, and just massive passion. I loved it. Just being able to share the knowledge I had gained over the last 7 or 8 years, and something that happened really naturally, because I think with teaching, it's a bit of an art form, I think. And I feel it's almost like a responsibility, if you have all this knowledge, to actually share it, to give it, rather than just keeping all to yourself and being a bit self-centered about it. Vocal is very difficult to teach, I think, because it is such an intimate instrument. You can't see it. Hello, where is it? You can't actually see it. You've got to use all sorts of different visualizations to see it. Unlike the piano guitar, you go, this is a note, here it is, bang it, there you go, yep. Singing's so different. And if someone's feeling unhappy, you can feel it. If someone's happy, you can feel through their vocal. You can feel everything through vocals, so it's very intimate.
Hurry up, Tan.
Come here, just a minute. Hurry up.
I met Tan, I think, in year 2004. At that time, I was still in Thailand. I worked in Universal Music. I was a promotion executive, so I worked with a lot of artists. He loves the piano. Like sometimes in the middle of the night, he'll just wake up and then he'll just run to the piano and play this melody that he has in his head, and then he'll just come back to bed, and then the next morning he'll tell me like, oh my god, I've just written like the most beautiful song and stuff. I can't escape the force of gravity, no matter what I try to do. I keep on running, I keep on running. I'm an artist, and that's what I am, and I can't run away from it. And if I run away from it, I'll always be half the person and I know that I can be.